We doctors have realized for some time that some form of moral psychology was of urgent importance to alcoholics, but its application presented difficulties beyond our conception. The dictionary definition for the word moral is of, pertaining to, or concerned with the principles or rules of right conduct, or the distinction between right and wrong, ethical, moral attitudes. The dictionary definition for the word psychology is the science of the mind or of mental states and processes. The first and most important issue the doctor focuses on when giving his professional medical opinion concerning alcoholism is that for some time, doctors have known that although alcoholics know the difference between right and wrong, they tend to lean toward doing the wrong things in life when given the choice between doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing. This harmful leaning mental condition and its misdirected processes lead to unethical behavior, which lead to mounting guilt, and eventually insurmountable shame and guilt. The alcoholic's shame and guilt leads to more drinking, and their drinking brings with it more problematic behavior, and their bad behavior brings on more and more shame and guilt. If sobriety is to be achieved, this downward spiral must be stopped and reversed, and the alcoholic's entire self-destructive thought system must be recognized as a major part of the problem. And this self-destructive thought system must be replaced with a thought system void of shameful, guilt-ridden memories and their subsequent behavior. What with our ultra-modern standards, our scientific approach to everything, we are perhaps not well equipped to apply the powers of good that lie outside our synthetic knowledge. Dr. Silkworth knew that getting alcoholics to not only stop drinking, but to get them to recognize and break their self-destructive thought processes and bad behavior patterns was critical to guiding them out of their shameful, guilt-ridden mental darkness into an enlightened, guiltless state of mind. For decades, he and his team tried to help their alcoholic patients heal their minds and get them to see themselves differently. But neither he nor any other doctor knew of a way to get them to permanently break through and heal their overbearing sense of guilt and their bad habits of thought and behavior. Many years ago, one of the leading contributors to this book, Bill, came under our care in this hospital, and while here he acquired some ideas which he put into practical application at once. Notice Bill put these ideas into practical application at once. He did not wait a week or a month to work the steps or carry the message. Bill worked the steps with Ebby in his hospital room in Towns Hospital shortly after detoxing. Later, he requested the privilege of being allowed to tell his story to other patients here, and with some misgiving we consented. Shortly after Bill left Towns Hospital, he returned and asked Dr. Silkworth to let him work with some of Dr. Silkworth's hopeless patients. Dr. Silkworth agreed to let Bill work with some of the hopeless patients, knowing he really had nothing to lose. The cases we have followed through have been most interesting. In fact, many of them are amazing. The unselfishness of these men, as we have come to know them, the entire absence of profit motive, and their community spirit is indeed inspiring to one who has labored long and wearily in this alcoholic field. When Dr. Silkworth saw the formerly hopeless alcoholics start behaving unselfishly toward one another and remaining that way, he was astounded to see someone had finally found a way to get them to break through and recognize their selfishness and to ultimately reverse their selfish predispositions. They believe in themselves, and still more in the power which pulls chronic alcoholics back from the gates of death.